Greetings, greetings. This is Sister Nzinga from Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga. We are here to continue our conversations of think it ain't illegal yet. And we know that our purpose and our end result is to help one another to emancipate themselves from mental slavery. So we are here today again, and I want to thank you for my new subscribers from last week. I'm so excited about that. Thank everyone who has viewed the video, who has given us a thumbs up with a like, and who has shared it and has commented. So we're going to continue on talking about money. I think last week, not I think, but I know. Last week we were talking about money, you and your money. And it's so important that we understand the value of our money, because we work hard for our money, and then it's very important that our money goes towards ourselves, our communities, or even our own ideas. We truly need to understand that there's a system in place that already has you lined up, that once you get that check, then they automatically know that you're going to be paying for your electric, you're going to be paying for your gas, you're going to be paying for your cable, and, your groceries and so forth like that. And so they know, they look at us as the biggest consumers, which we are. We really can't deny that, because sometimes we're not mindful of how we spend our money. We need to be mindful of the importance of our money staying in our community. And most important, even before it goes in the community, that it stays in our pocket. So we talked about the importance of saving, that whenever you get paid, you have to pay yourself first. And pay yourself into a little kitty, not something for you to go and buy you a new pair of shoes, some earrings, something like that, material things. Save your money, so when something comes up that you really want to do, what if a fantastic trip comes up and you want to go on a trip, and you say, well, gosh, I ain't been saving the money, I don't have it, and I don't have enough money in my paycheck because I got to pay my electric bill, my this bill, my that bill, then I can't go. So your savings is for important things, it's for emergencies, and for the things that brings you joy. So that's important, that we save and for our own pleasures. Because, like I said, our money goes out our pocket, as fast as we get it. We don't want to continue to be such non-thinkers of when it comes to consuming. We have to start really realizing that the most important things in life are not things. And so we have to, if you already have, 4 pair of sneakers, I don't think you need a 5th, 6th, or 7th pair of sneakers. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do, so I'm not judging. Say I don't think, but if you're working towards loving self-care, and doing what's best for yourself, then we need to know that all the material things is not what brings us joy. It doesn't bring us happiness. And if it is, then that means we have to continue working on ourselves, because things outside of ourselves are not the things that should be bringing us joy and happiness. Okay, because it's what's inside of us. They say happiness is an inside job. We don't want to be able to rely on things external to bring us joy, to make us happy. We need to bring all that from within. We need to bring that from within. So we're going to look at this process as a holistic approach. So we're talking about the money, talking about our self-care, we're talking about our physical selves, we're talking about the way that we eat, all of those. So this is mind, body, and spirit. And we're going to take those things and we're going to treat them holistically, because one truly affects the other. But it's all connected, it's all one. The same way that this system is all connected, that they have all come together, and knowing that, these big conglomerates, they count on us being able to rely on them telling us that this is what you need, this is the newest this is what's trending, things like that. But we really don't need those things, and we got to be independent thinkers, because remember I told you, think it ain't illegal yet. That we have to be good thinkers, and we have to be able to take that information that we are getting, and we want to take hold of it, and we want to implement the new knowledge, because we want to make change. Like last week, I talked about the cycle of ascendancy, which is your tradition, your transition, and your transformation. So hopefully there are some things that you have picked up in your life, and that, excuse me, this bug. I love being outside, but we're with the bugs, so we have to just live with them. So we have to do those things, that the tradition, transition, and transformation, and take those things and use those to make the changes that we want in our life. Because what we're doing, we're working on ourselves. Because life is about motion. Life it's not a time. It doesn't stand still. When life moves, then we have to move with it. I think I talked about, are you living, or do you just have a life? You just have this blood flowing through your veins, or are you actually living your life? And so that's the things that we have to think about. We want to live this life. We want to live it to our fullest. We were brought here for a purpose. So ultimately that is the goal, to find out what your purpose is and to be able to embrace that thing and perfect it. Because we know that anything that you set your mind to, you could do. They say if it's up to be, if it is to be, it's up to me. And whatever you if your mind can conceive it, then you can achieve it. But you have to know it in your mind. You can't think, I think or I believe, because now we have to be beyond the word believe, because that wasn't really a word that was thrown around like, a lot of people, I believe. But you have to do more than just believe. You have to know it. It's a knowing, okay? And so sometimes we were talking about the cycle of ascendancy, once you get to that transformation stage, now you know this thing. You know this, and you practice that thing, and that thing becomes a knowing. And once those things become knowings, then that's when we will move over and we will start another cycle, and we will go from tradition to transition and transformation. And so I hope that you have found some things and have practiced this idea. So I just want to thank everybody again for viewing my channel, especially those that have shared. I've noticed that there are a lot of people who are sharing the information, and I'm really grateful for that. So when we were talking about the money, the money is just, unfortunately, it's just the thing that we need to survive in this world, because we are in a very capitalist society, and you need money for everything. And the reason why that they are in control right now is because we're not good miners of our own money. We would take and buy whatever they tell you. Speaking of which, when it comes to holidays, I ain't trying to knock what you do, but I'm just trying to tell you to think. It ain't illegal yet. You have to think about, these are ideas that someone created. And so, and you're following someone else's idea. It may not have anything to do with you. Halloween or Easter, and these things, sometimes they're related to certain religious type things. But look at the idea itself, and look how it's celebrated. Does it really have anything to do with you personally? Like, not to knock, another person's culture, but, St. Patrick's Day. What's St. Patrick's Day have to do with you? Why do you go and buy a whole bunch of green stuff to put in your house, and it's not even talking about you or your culture or anything that has happened to you? So those are things I'm telling you about, to think. It ain't illegal yet. Those are the certain things that go on in this world, have nothing to do with you, but we still participate. And that's when they know, and that's what they've called these people sheeple, because you just kind of just follow the herd, whatever the way the wind blows, that you're going. And so, but we want to get out of that. We want to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. We want to be able to be good thinkers. We want to be good thinkers, and we want to be able to control things that happen in our life and things that happen around us. And we can do that. But it's just a matter of being an independent thinker for yourself, and see how, if something is presented to you, see, does it resonate with you? What is it doing for me? Do I like it? Does it make me feel good? Be real with yourself. You have to be honest. And say, well, this don't do me no damn good. Like, why am I celebrating St. Patrick's Day? I'm buying all this green stuff and wearing green to work, and like, why? Because it costs money for those things. But that money that we're spending, it has nothing to do with us. It's not going in our pockets. It's not going in our personal pocket. It's not going in a pocket of anybody that looks like us. So those are examples of things I want you to think about, because it ain't illegal yet. Okay, so like I said, we're going to approach this on a holistic a way where we're going to talk about the mind, body, and the soul, everything collective. We want to talk about our health, but again, all this has to do with self-care. So I'm not kind of getting off. It has to do with self-care and loving ourselves, because we're making decisions about things that's good for us. So we want to talk about our health. We want to talk about the way we think, the way we speak, the things that we do, the people that we are around, the music that we listen to. That's a whole other video by itself, and I'm going to do that too, because I'm going to teach you about the vibrations and the vibrations that we get from music. So, but all these things have to do with you and me. Okay, because I'm still working on me. Like I said, I'm still a student. I'm still working on me. I'm definitely not perfect, and I surely don't know everything. So I'm still in the school of learning also myself. But holistically, if you approach it holistically, you'll see that all these things are connected, because it all what comes together and makes up the beautiful you that you are. I think I mentioned in a previous video that I found this sign, and it says, to dream of the person you want to be is to waste the beautiful person you are. We are all beautiful people. We're all unique. The Most High ain't make no mistakes. So we know that these things that he has given us to come forth and bring on this earth, they're all good things. And if you have faith and have that knowing that there is a power higher than you, and you cooperate with it, and that you seek it, and you embrace it, and you internalize it, it's a good thing. You're going to be saying, oh my golly day, this stuff is so simple. Because there are many things in life that are very simple. They may not be easy, but they're simple. But you know one thing, you have to work for something. You have to put in the time. You know, the action of doing something. You have to put in that work to get what you need to have done. And then the reward is just so refreshing and rewarding, make you smile, make you happy, and bring you joy. I mean, that's the real joy. That's the real joy. So we want to talk about when it gets get back to the thing with the money is that we have to think about things like the things that we're buying. Like, for instance, I'm just so hard on this about this cable TV because most people spend at least $100 or more for cable TV. And I just think that, you know, if you're trying to work on self and you want to build things for yourself and take your money to put it towards things that you need, you know that you can look at one channel at a time. And maybe if you need, you know, you got a household and there's, you know, 3 TVs in your house, something like that, that's only still 4 channels. So we don't need $200, 200 channels. They kind of, you know, make this thing glamorous where you could get this and you have 400 channels because we think that, oh, well, we could talk about, like, I got 400 channels, I got this station, I got that station. Okay, well, yeah, but really the reality is that you can only watch one of them at a time. So things, something like that is something that we could pull back on and keep more money in our pocket because there are alternatives. You know, you could get buy some other little gadgets that you could get that you attach to your TV that allow you to be able to watch, you know, different movies if you kind of really, you know, have to watch certain things. There's a lot of free apps out there that gives you live TV and things like that. So again, see, that's where the work comes in. That, you know, when we follow the herd and do what everything everybody else does, we know we're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it because that's the way it's put together. So, but if you would take the time for yourself to do something for yourself and work towards finding things that's better for yourself. I know I said for yourself 3 times, but that's what I'm talking about. But let's talk about for yourself, for you. This is all about you. It's about you putting in the work of things for yourself. Because we go to work every day and we work on 8 hours or more for somebody else. So it's time for us to work for ourselves. So sometimes when you want to, you know, get something, say you want to get an extra TV in your spare bedroom. You know, just don't automatically just go out to Walmart, Target, or any place just to buy the TV. Check thrift stores, secondhand stores. Check on Craigslist. People are always getting rid of things and throwing things away for whatever reasons. But check that first to see, maybe, okay, well, you know, you just needed to be like a little spare TV when you have guests or something like that. So fine, go and get a used TV. You just need the TV to function. We don't need to have nobody's name on it because they're not paying us to flash their name around. And it just needs to be able to function, and which that is for this instance is to be able to have a TV that you could just look at. So think about buying things secondhand, thinking about reusing things. I mean, if you're a plant lover, which I am, all plastic containers and bottles and things like that, jars, I just clean them out and I save them. Because I know that I may go and get another little piece of plant from somebody over here, or just buy another little small plant, that little starter something, and I need a container to put it in, and I reuse it. So reuse things. And then another important thing is, guys, when it comes to eating, that we have to eat at home. It's best for you to buy your fruits and vegetables, hopefully, and if you eat meat, that's your choice. To buy your food and cook it at home. First of all, we really don't know what is the environment that this food was prepared in. But most importantly is that it will save you money to be able to just shop at home, and especially if you have children, because children, male or female, they need to learn how to cook. They need to learn how to be self-sufficient. So that's the time when you could spending family time together. You could spend time with them, and you could prepare things. You know, instead of going to the store and buying some cookies, they want some cookies. Then, you know, so many simple, easy recipes out here. You can just go and buy, you know, the things that you need, and then you can make some cookies. And that child will feel really good, build up their self-esteem. Look what I made, because it tastes good. Just tastes like the things in the store. Because, you know, the first time that I grew a watermelon, oh my gosh, it was so funny. The first thing I said was, oh my, this tastes just like watermelon. Okay, like, duh, Zinga. Yeah, I grew my own watermelon. I've grown several. And I was just so amazed, like, you know, this is a real watermelon. Oh, the watermelon and the pineapple. When I grew the pineapple, I was like, oh my gosh, this tastes so good. because, and it was just so simple. Of course, I had to put the work in to monitor it, to make sure it had water, to make sure, that the weeds wasn't taking over, or, whatever it took to build those things, from the seed and from the starter plant to fruition. But I did it. And I'm telling you, that was so rewarding. So, again, we need to think about that holistic thing. We're going to talk about the holistic part of life that includes your mind, your body, and soul. So when it comes to attaining some of the materials things you need, please take the time to shop at a thrift store, secondhand, or either share with a friend. You know somebody that's close to your size or same style. Switch up on clothes. If y'all not going together, and if even if you are going to some of the same places sometime, it's going to look different on you than it does look on the next person. Swap clothing. Share. And then just trying to, have garage sales. When you want to continue to say, okay, I don't need no more, allocate a space. This is a good thing, because this is what I did. Allocate a space for your clothing and your shoes or something like that. And once your items go beyond that, then you know that you need to get rid of some stuff. That's how this is just a suggestion, So, I just want you to know the value of your money is so, so important, that we don't want to just frivolously just, pass it on and just, make it and then just get rid of it, quickly and ready to go work and make some more. So we want to hold on to that money, because your money is yours, and you should benefit from it, because, see, that's the part of the mental slavery, and people don't look at that, because if you work hard all day and most of your paycheck, say 80% of your paycheck goes outside the door, that's mental slavery. That means that you're working and then you're still just giving your money towards somebody outside of yourself, outside of your family, outside your community. So what is that? That's still slavery. So you're still enslaved because you think that, you need these things, you got to buy these things and so forth like that. So, again, think about what we do, think about what we say, and most important, try to keep your money, honey, in your pocket. So, I am going to be having a guest next week. So she's going to talk to you. We're going to stay on the subject of the money. She's going to talk to you about money and budgeting and making good decisions. So I'm going to interview her to talk about the program that she offers. And I'm going to have a surprise. I'm going to have a little giveaway. So continue to watch and share, and you'll see the information posted. A couple people that have subscribed to me, I tried to look you up to find you, and I couldn't find you. So I would like to communicate with you. So if you don't have your name going by your name on the where you left your comment at or your subscription, then leave me your information so I can be able to find you, so I can add you to my Facebook page. And if you're not on Facebook, I understand that and I respect that. But I want to be able to include you in the different things that I'm doing with the Facebook page that is connected with our YouTube channel. So thank you so much. Continue to think, because it ain't illegal yet, and strive to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So again, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. And don't forget, hold on to your money, honey. All right. God loves you, and so do I. Bless.